last. The honeybees have arrived. There's 3 on this buddleia at the moment. They will go away and tell their friends. So hopefully soon we will have buzzing bees in the garden again. These are the first honeybees I've seen in the garden this year. And it's July. There's something seriously wrong with all our insects. But anyway, we've got some honeybees, and as I said, hopefully they'll go back, tell all their mates, and we'll get a good few. So it's started, that's the main thing. A couple of other things to see while I'm actually out in the garden. It's early in the day, but the rose is looking good. All the tatty bits that were hanging off the bottom have been pruned off, just leaving the more upright sort of thing. Plenty of buds still to come as well. It's a small, compact rose, and it looks exactly like the sort of rose you'd expect to be lovely and fragrant. Nope, not a light. It's got no fragrance at all. So a modern hybrid, not one of the old-fashioned type. So that's that. The 2 bits of lavender from Carol that are supposed to be, once they get into decent-sized bushes, they'll be a welcome as you sort of walk through this narrow section into the main garden area. They'll be like a welcome, and they should get quite tall as well. So that'll be good. These seedlings, whatever they are, and I'm pretty sure they are forget-me-nots. In fact, I know they are. You've only got to look at the 2 larger ones there and look at the leaves. They are forget-me-nots. So we've got a mass of forget-me-not seedlings there, ready to be a mass of lovely blue flowers next year. The geraniums up this end are looking good. That creeping campanula, I have recently read, shouldn't be planted in your garden unless you want it to take over. Well, when you're starting a newish garden, things that take over are welcome initially, and that is very soft foliage. So anywhere it gets where it's not wanted, you just grab a handful and pull it out. I don't see that as a problem. Keeping it tidy will not be a problem. Just backing up from the buddleia now. Obviously I was filming close in. That's looking good now, the 2 different types in the same pot. That's looking good. The geum is looking very good at the moment, and my single bit of red, I've forgotten, red something or other. That's completely gone out of my head. Valerian, there we go, red valerian. It's not a true valerian, but that's its sort of common name, red valerian. That's also got good flowers on now, and it's got some side shoots that are progressing, which looks like there'll be more flowers that are good. This I haven't seen bloom yet. This is Helenium. As far as what these blooms are going to look like, they're like big daisies basically. The stems that are holding them up will grow taller than that. It's actually quite a tall plant when it gets going. The other buddleia, the white one, that's now got flowers on. So as I said, if we can get the bees in the garden, then they'll look around, they'll find other things. Hopefully they'll find the lavender, supposed to be very popular with bees. Not at the moment, it's not in the sun, but it will be later. And then this, I've forgotten what this is called, but I was surprised, as it started to come into flower, I was surprised at the different colours I've got. I wasn't expecting that. We've got pure white, got a lovely deep pink, and then a very soft pink. And again, the bees and the hoverflies and butterflies are supposed to like that. Well, they've got to come here and find it before they can like it. And something I noticed this morning, with my early morning coffee, the first of the ground cover plants is coming into flower. Got lovely yellow flowers, and if you look at this, there's buds all over it. That's going to be a mass of yellow. And again, that was chosen to be, you know, good for pollinators and things, so the bees should again find that once they get in here and start looking around. As I said, we've now seen some in the garden this morning, so that's good stuff. Yeah, you see some more of the yellow flowers there. We've still got some primroses out. I don't mind, they're welcome. It's one of my favourite woodland flowers. So there we are, there's sort of things coming on. There's things to come into bloom. We've got the these daisy-like flowers to come out soon. They're showing their buds, so those will be in bloom soon. The sedum over there, you can see the flower heads starting to form. And this year there's a lot of them. That plant's settled into that pot nicely, so there's going to be a lot of that. All the ground cover plants are capable of flowering. It's just a matter of when. The little pieces of thyme that have come up, it looks like these bits of thyme have come from that plant, but they haven't. The plant that was planted there from Carol actually died. That's a replacement. But when it was planted, I tried planting it in several places and ended up there. It was actually in flower, and I think it's dropped seeds everywhere. So all these little seedlings, of which there are many, have all come from the mother plant that died. And as I said, this is a replacement. First sign of flowers on that too. But that thyme has come up all over the place. Got a couple of pieces here, 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 over here amongst the weeds, there, there, there. It's coming up all over the place, which is wonderful. It can be allowed to do whatever it wants. It'll grow where it grows. It's alright, don't get up. Lazy tyke. This is his morning spot. He just loves this corner. He's in the sunshine. If there's a bit of a breeze, he's out of it. He just likes that corner. He often goes on the base of the bonsai stand as well, because the wood warms up. But that's his favourite little corner. He does do a lot of sleeping. He is getting on. 20 now. So yeah. So there's some things looking good in the garden, and over here we didn't do this, did we? This geranium here that comes up through the ivy, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's just one of the best geranium flowers I think I've ever seen. But it never mass flowers. It has lots of flowers spaced out. You don't get clusters on this one. So that's that one. But over here, this herb, this is marjoram. This is all going to be out soon. Again, pollinators, good stuff. And in amongst the planted border, the next things to come into bloom are going to be these, which I think are phlox. And then those will come up and bloom as well. So we've got some tall things in here to come into flower as summer blooms. The fuchsia's looking nice, the blooms are out. Nice colours. And this will grow taller and taller as the season goes on. I'll pinch it out every now and again at the tip so that the side shoots come out, and that bushes it up. That will look nice. And that'll be in bloom till the end of the year now, now that it's started. Yeah, so again, this creeping campanula, I was told, will take over the whole garden. I was told the lily of the valley will try and take over the whole garden. Well, it's showing no signs of doing it yet. If things get out of hand, they can be pulled out. It's not a big deal. A bit of maintenance on an area this big is not a big deal. If I had an acre that looked like this, then yes, it would be a big deal. But it's not. It's okay. The The only problem with the garden at the moment is we are having a dry spell. It's unsettled this week, that's the expression, but that basically means intermittent cloud and sunshine and cooler temperatures. There's not much rain about, and we haven't had any. Everything's starting to get really dry. You know, I mean, in the ground sort of thing, the larger things. Yeah, it is starting to get quite dry now. I bet the north of England says, oh, you can have some of our rain if you like, because they've had too much probably. But there hasn't been a lot down here, not a lot at all. In fact, I can't even remember the last time we had some steady rain, you know. Still, I've got a hose and that has to do for now. The tubs and the bonsai, they get feed. The tubs have got a slow release granular feed that I add in, as have the bonsai. Different type of feed, they get a very low level feed. So things still get fed, they're not just getting water. And yeah, so I'm coming out here a lot more now. I often have my lunch out here, sat on the bench. I come out in the mornings, a couple of my early morning coffees. If it's nice, then I come out and have a look round. That's how I spotted those bees. And yeah, got some more blooms to come yet. There's still some more things to come out. Some things will be for the first time. Some things I don't even know what they look like, because they haven't bloomed yet. So we shall wait and see. As I say, with this is all marjoram in here, apart from the chives, and there's 3 different sorts. 2 of them are obvious. I don't know whether the 3rd one died or something, but you've obviously got these colour leaves with these blooms on the top, and then you've got the paler coloured ones, which the flower heads are just starting to show. So they'll be out soon. And that again is marjoram in that little pot there. So that was just I put it down there so that it doesn't get quite so much full sun. But again, that's got flower buds all over it. The chives are going over now, they've sort of finished for the year. So there we go. That's as it is at the moment. See you next time.